All right, what is up everyone? Kurliana here, also known as Kat, and today I want to talk about 4 things you can do to grow long, full, healthy hair. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're interested in this conversation, and we're just gonna hop right on into it. So if you do not know, I have been natural now for just about 4 years, meaning that I grew all this hair in 4 years. I basically did the big chop where my hairdresser cut off all the relaxed hair. My hair was down to a teeny little afro up my scalp, and we just did some protective styling for the first year as it grew out. So I know for a fact that it is very possible to grow your hair from a really short cut to this in just a couple of years, even within 2 years, not even 4 years. So I'm gonna share 4 tips with you that have been really powerful for me, and I am very sure will work for you as well. I know people give lists of 10 tips, 8 tips. No, there are 4 things I know that if you do, you will see hair growth. So tip number 1 is really around what you're consuming. And by that I mean your diet as well as the vitamins you're taking, right? What you're ingesting into your body. I want to first start with diet and then talk a little bit about the vitamin portion of this conversation, which is super important as well. In terms of diet, let me just speak plainly, y'all. If your diet is not good, neither will your hair. And I know this because for a very long time, your girl struggled with an awful diet. I would just eat junk food and sugar. I was like addicted to those candies, like hot tamales growing up, like all through high school, all through middle school, even in college, embarrassing to say. And so my diet for a solid 10 years consisted of only sugar and bread and carbs, not good for healthy hair. And so I'm now 26 years old. And so in the past few years since graduating from college, and becoming a self-sufficient adult, I live in Atlanta now. I'm really the only person from my family here. And so I really focus on my own well-being, my own healthy eating, etc. And that became a really big factor for the hair growth that I've been able to see. So in terms of what you should be eating, look for like leafy greens, like dark leafy greens, kale, spinach, antioxidants as well. So things like berries, blueberries, like strawberries, those are all very high in antioxidants. If you don't love greens, like if you just don't like eating a straight up salad, my grandpa always used to say, I don't like green things. If you're like my grandpa, throw all that into a blender and it will taste sweet and delicious and be really refreshing. And on that note, you can add in a couple of things such as, and I brought them out for y'all, collagen powder as well to your smoothies. That's great to add in there for helping your hair, as well as some other green powders such as moringa. That's what I add to my smoothies I take them every other day or daily sometimes, but I add this to my smoothies and it tastes so freaking good, and I can feel myself just nourishing my body properly. So greens are super important, making sure that you're getting in all the antioxidants you need. On that note, in terms of protein, that is a really, I think a known factor, but sometimes people only think of getting protein from their chicken, but there are actually really great other sources of protein that are really helpful for your hair. And by those, I mean fish. So salmon, cod, those things that are really high in fatty acids, like fatty fish, high in natural omegas, are fantastic for your hair. Your hair just loves those oils. And on top of the natural oils that come with the fat associated with those fish is, of course, they're very high in protein. So those are 2 of my recommendations. Get your greens in. And if you are a fish lover like me, start eating some of those fatty fish and you'll see good hair results. There was a time I remember I was only eating as my protein, boiled eggs and then lox. I would throw some lox on a stove and warm up some salmon. And my hair was really growing because I was eating the good fats from both of those and getting good protein in. So part 1 is get your diet in order. The second part is the vitamins. Now I know a lot of people are like, vitamins don't work. I didn't see results with vitamins. And I do think that I can understand why they didn't see results, because this is what I always say. Vitamins don't work unless you do, meaning that you need to be consistent with them for a long enough time and on a daily basis. And you need to be having a good diet with them. When you're eating crappy foods and taking vitamins, you're not going to see good results. Diets supplement, they complement your diet. Vitamins supplement and complement your diet. They don't replace your diet. So if you're not eating healthy, you're not going to see great results even if you are taking vitamins. So I do want to call that out. But once your diet's in order and you're excited about wanting to explore vitamins, there are two things I recommend in terms of vitamins. One is taking some version of a multivitamin, and I'm going to share with you the ones that I take. And then the second is actually taking a hair vitamin. So I know some people only take biotin and think that helps. I think biotin can help with your hair, but what I say is that if you're having hair issues like I was, my hair was thin, it was dry, it was brittle. It is a comprehensive issue, girl. I mean, it's a whole issue with your nutrients, your nutrient diet deficient. And so you kind of heard the saying from fitness trainers that you can't spot treat fat. It kind of goes with the same thing in terms of your nutrients. You can't just focus on one nutrient that you think you're deficient in and really have no idea. You really need to take a comprehensive approach to the diet and to your vitamins, your diet that you're needing to implement. So in terms of multivitamins, there are a couple different options. I'm gonna first share with you the cheaper option, which I'm using, which are these vitamin personal packs from Vitamin Shoppe. So I have right here one of the packs. I threw the packaging out because I've had it for some time now, but this is what they look like. You can see it's basically a set of quite a few, maybe 8 or so pills in there. And I take half morning, half evening with a big glass of water and with food. And these have a number of different vitamins in there. It has a multivitamin, a couple of multivitamins, an omega in there. It has some green tea extract, a couple of amino acid vitamins in there. So this is really, really great. I love these personal packs. Again, it's a comprehensive different types of multivitamins for you to be taking. These are the active version because Vitamin Shoppe has two types, one for like active women, one for women who are a little bit more leisure. This is the leisure one. So you can kind of see that they're very similar. My hand doesn't cover them up. Just a few more, I think a couple more multivitamins in the active one, but both are great. I've taken both. And again, they're comprehensive types of vitamins which you need. So in terms of multivitamins, I love these ones from Vitamin Shoppe. You can order them online. You can go to your local vitamin store and get them, and they are fantastic. Another type of multivitamin pack I love is from the company USANA, USANA. These are fantastic. These you can really personalize. The ones from Vitamin Shoppe you can't personalize, they just come as is. The ones from USANA, you can actually select what issues you're having, what you're deficient in, and then they will prescribe you your own version of what you need. So these ones were awesome because you can say, hey, I'm suffering from thin hair, brittle nails, dry skin, whatever it is, and they'll prescribe or do your own pack for you. They are a little pricey though, I won't lie. They're quite pricey, especially given how extreme you're being with what you want. I know I was getting a little cray-cray. So these can get up there. I'm talking about like hundreds of dollars a month for a pack of vitamins like this. So if you're on a little bit more of a budget, you're just starting out, trying to get yourself used to taking vitamins, not sure if you can be consistent with it or not, try these vitamin packs from Vitamin Shoppe, and I guarantee you'll see results. They have vitamins in that most people are deficient in. So start there and then think about transferring over to USANA. So that's in terms of the multivitamins. The other vitamin I recommend people take are actual hair vitamins. Again, I don't just recommend taking a biotin pill because you want to focus on a comprehensive view of your hair. So unfortunately, I just ran out of my number one pick, but I will share it with you right now. It is called Ultra Hair. Ultra Hair. It is a red and gold bottle from Vitamin Shoppe, and these have worked wonderfully for me. There was a point in time when I was only using these and nothing else, and I can guarantee you that they work because I saw tremendous results only using these Ultra Hair pills. So I'm gonna put a photo somewhere in here for y'all to see. They have an ingredient called MSM, which is basically like a very natural form of like sulfur, but it's really important for hair growth. A lot of hair vitamins don't have them in it, and the other versions I'm gonna recommend of hair vitamins don't have it in. So I still recommend Ultra Hair as my number one option, but they can make you a little nauseous because there's some serious big old horse vitamin pills for hair vitamins. So if those are too heavy for you, I have a couple other recommendations, but those are my number one recommendation. My other recommendation is called Hair Revive. And that one I also got from Vitamin Shop. I can't remember the exact manufacturer, but I also did get it from Vitamin Shop. Those worked great as well. Those you have to take 4 of, so 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. And I saw great results as well with those because I know I was only using those for a point in time. So those are my top 2 recommendations. My third recommendation, if you're looking for hair vitamins, is this one called Hair La Vie. If you can see that. I ordered these ones online, or I got these as a gift, online, and these ones do work as well. I've used them in conjunction with other things, so I can't say if these were the reason why I was seeing hair growth, but my hair grew. I can definitely say that. So these are also working as well. And one thing I do want to call out that a lot of people don't speak of when you're taking vitamins is it's more beneficial to split your vitamins up. So for example, looking at this right now, they say take 3 capsules daily. First of all, I would probably double it to 6 capsules daily, but I would split them up in pairs of 2. So 2, 2, 2, because your body can absorb it better when there's a smaller quantity of vitamins. So if you just take all 4 or whatever the full serving is at one time, you're not gonna get the most absorption versus splitting it up. And also take it with a big glass of water and food. I promise you, you will get better absorption with your vitamins doing that. Okay, so that is my tip number 1, vitamin slash diet slash vitamin, I can't talk right now, deficiencies, and that's why it's so important to deal with those. So y'all will hear my cat in the background. She just has attitude, ignore her. My second tip is around protective styling. Now, I do strongly believe that some protective styles are better than others, but I love a good protective style that does not damage your hair. So for me, I did a protective style for my first year, you heard that correctly, year of being natural. Right after I did the big chop, like I said, my hair was super duper short and I just wasn't comfortable, I wasn't confident. Even when my hair was relaxed, it was long. So I went from having long hair, it was like this length when it was straight. I went from having long hair to having very, very short looking hair. We all know shrinkage is disrespectful, but short looking hair very quickly. And so my hairdresser, bless her soul, Sine Murata, I'm gonna give her a shout out, said, you know what, let's put some crochet braids up in your hair and we'll get you growing and feeling comfortable in a little bit. So that's what we did. So my regimen was wearing crochet braids for 6 weeks, take a break for 2 weeks, let my hair breathe, put them in for another six weeks, take a break, etc. These are the crochet braids where your hair is braided back in cornrows. There are so many different types now with people doing basically putting your hair in individuals and then just crocheting the hair through each individual strand. I think those work when you're the one doing it on your own head. I have done those in the past with people doing it for me, and it caused a little bit of damage, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. So my preference is really making sure you're just cornrowing your hair back even is a great protective style. You don't need to add any hair to it, but if you wanna be a little fancy, you can crochet that hair through it, you can crochet a fro through it, you can crochet loose wavy hair. She and I did like the free tress hair. You can do actual box braids, etc. And those are great. So my first recommendation is braid your hair back in cornrows as a protective style and then get creative from there in terms of what you want to do from it. So I know some people do wigs and weaves. I think those can work as well. I would just be very careful with that needle, like that thread is what caused my hair issues in the past, especially on the perimeter. But if you can be careful with that thread and you're doing your own weaves yourself, I think wigs are a great protective style as well. Braid your hair on back, throw that wig on. Make sure you're oiling your scalp, cleaning your scalp on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. Just keep that scalp clean, girl. But if you're doing that, I can't see any reason for why wigs would not be also a great protective style for you as well. So that is my tip number 2 in terms of getting your hair to grow. My tip number 3, and I think 2 and 3 go hand in hand actually, is keeping your hair moisturized. So again, I have type 4 hair. Y'all can help me. I think it's 4C, but y'all let me know what you think it is. Some girlfriends say it's more 4A, 4B, but I have type 4 hair, which means my hair is very, very coily, kinky, and it gets very dry. And so for me, hydration is really important. I have so many different products I use, but I love just the natural spray bottle with half aloe vera, half water, and putting that on my twist, because I twist my hair up as my protective style on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and just spray that in my hair when it's in those twists, keep it at the ends real good, put some, some good oil in there, and I love that. I also recommend deep conditioning your hair every time you wash your hair. Everyone's schedule is going to be a little bit different. Again, I either wash my hair on a weekly or I wouldn't say bi-weekly exactly, probably 10 days basis, just depending on how I like my hairstyle looking. If there's a big event, I need to wear it out for a couple days extra, etc. But every time I wash my hair, I do a deep conditioner. I know some people don't do a deep condition every time they wash their hair. They just do their deep condition once a month or something like that. Girl, scrap that. Do your deep condition every time you wash your hair. You deserve it. Your hair deserves it, and you will see the results. So for me, what a deep condition looks like is the following. I usually wash my hair at night, so I'll get in there, scrub it really well, do my soap, all that stuff, rinse it out, my rice water, yada yada. And then when it gets to time for me to put my deep conditioner in, I put my deep conditioner in, I put on a plastic cap, and then I actually sleep in that overnight. And then in the morning, what I do is I don't rinse it out yet. I get under my hooded dryer and I will just let that heat, girl, soak into that conditioner and do its thing. And then I sit under there for about 30-40 minutes. And then I am ready, feeling soft and hydrated and ready to rinse it out. And it makes styling my hair a breeze from that point on. So that is how I deep condition my hair. I love doing it that way. It has worked for me. Find what works for you. You may not be able to wear your hair overnight in a plastic bag, but even if you can do 30 minutes, 20 minutes under a hood, a heated dryer, you'll see that the conditioner works so much better. So that is my third tip. Now, my fourth tip is around scalp stimulation. So I know a lot of people think this is like some weird voodoo or something. It's not. It is getting into the Ayurvedic hair care, which I love, and I do that a lot. I'll share some of my routines with y'all about what I actually put into my hair, but I love scalp stimulation. I did not, for some reason, bring my scalp massager down. It's upstairs, but I will link all of this below. You guys will be able to access all of this. But I basically scalp massage my hair 2 different times. One is when I'm actually washing my hair on that normal wash day cadence. And the second time is on a daily basis when I'm doing it with my hair dry. So for wash day, when I'm shampooing my hair, I don't just use my hands anymore. I have all this hair, y'all. Your girl needs to get up on in there. So how I get in there is with a scalp massage and just really get in and get all that buildup and unnecessary oils and whatever else doesn't need to be there off, and I can feel my pores opening up and it feels so good. So that's one way I scalp stimulate. The other way is every time I go to bed. So right now my hair is out, I'm not washing my hair tonight. So what I'll do when I go to bed tonight is basically section my hair off and put it in a couple of twists, like big chunky twists or plaits, whatever. But before I do that, what I will do is I'll take some oil, my black castor oil or whatever else I want, oil my hair down, not too much, but put some oil in there, and then I'll get my scalp massager and I'll massage that section really good, maybe for 30-40 seconds, and then I'll braid that section up. Then I'll go into the next section. I will take my oil, get those ends, girl, get my scalp massager, massage it really good, braid that section up. And I just do that around my head. I do it every night, being super gentle, but I found that this is a great way to both stimulate your scalp as well as re-oil your ends. If you have type 4 hair, like your girl right here, you know that these ends can get dry and snap on off. So I tell people it's as important as scalp stimulation is, so is protecting and managing your ends. Again, I'll do more videos about how I actually do my twists to protect my ends, because I have learned the hard way over years not to rip your ends out. So those are my 4 tips that really worked for me. There are so many other things you can be doing as well as, and should be doing, such as, drinking water, for example. This is my 2.5 liters of water for the day. So drinking lots of water, sleeping on a silk pillowcase, putting a silk bonnet on, not leaving your hair out at night. You're just asking for your hair to get matted up. Things like that are really, really great ways to also protect your hair, getting your trims in when you need it, etc. All of which are so, so important. But I strongly, strongly feel that if you do these 4 things that I shared before, you will see great results. I know because I did, and I was able to see great results within, honestly, a 1.5 to 2 years. What came the past couple years was just been extra and great and extraordinary, but the first 2 years really was a great, great experience, even before I got all this hair. So those are my recommendations. I so, so appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know what questions you have, what video you like to see next. I'm just so thrilled to have everyone in this little community with me and little journey. So I am just so grateful for you appreciating this and for watching this, and I will talk to y'all ladies very soon. Thank you, bye.